it's always been Ed Sheeran, and he knows this too. I tell him all the time. I used to like email him at every minor inconvenience in my life. I'd be like, "Hey, dude, this just happened," like a therapist in some ways.
You're like, so how do you think I should navigate this? Hey, it's Fleur East here, and I'm about to sit down with Alex Warren and talk to him all about his tour, brand new music, how he's written your brand new favorite wedding song, how obsessed he really is with Ed Sheeran. And I want to know, what is the craziest thing he's ever done with a fan? Alex Warren,
Hey,
thank you so much for taking time to talk to me.
thanks for having me. My God.
I'm excited to talk to you about this new era.
Yeah.
So, A Fine Place to Die.
Yeah.
That's kicked off this whole era. Why that song?
I think Ordinary, especially, and I think the start of all of it was a huge help from BookTok. And when my wife's been reading a bunch of the smut books, is what I call them, and
Smart books.
yeah, she's been reading a
Amazing.
lot of them. I've been trying to get into it too with the schedule, but it's been nice to be able to like, I look at my love with my wife in different ways, but especially when I write songs, I write them very morbidly, I guess. And
Yeah.
I think a lot of that writing is morbid, and it's like, I die for you. And so I wanted to write a song like that.
I love it. So BookTok has informed the writing
For
of the
sure.
song.
My
That's
God,
amazing.
yes. Oh my God. I think it's nice that I in some of my songs cater to them, because I think for me at least that was a huge reason why I'm here today.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Shout out to BookTok.
Yes, dudes.
Following on from Ordinary, I feel like this is going to be the next huge wedding song.
Really?
feel
You
that
think
too?
that?
Mm.
Oh, I'm actually like in the process of posting a TikTok saying, if you don't play this at your wedding, I'm not coming.
See, there we go. Play it at your wedding.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's so funny you said that.
So tell us all about Wild Child. How would you describe it?
The best way I could describe the album, I think, is I think my first album was really interesting because it was too many songs. It was 20 something songs, way too much.
Too many.
Too many. And this one, I think, is a really palatable, digestible version of me kind of coming to terms with who I am today and in my childhood. And my dad's a huge part of this album. There's snippets of his voice. If you watch the show, there's snippets of him in it. And I think especially now, I had such a grief album before, and this is another way of kind of explaining that. And also, it's the way I would sum up this album is I hate you, I love you, and I love my wife, and I miss you. It's like the best way possible.
I hate you, I love you, I love my wife, and I miss you.
Yeah.
I like that summary.
Yeah, right?
It's like more of a bite-sized version to the last.
I wanted, especially with every emotion that someone feels, I wanted to have at least a song or two for each emotion you feel. And so if you're going through a breakup, if you're going through a loss of some sort, if you get wronged by someone in the world, if you are falling in love, I have a song. I have at least 2 songs per that on this
Love
album.
it. Any emotion you're feeling.
Yes, and I
Alex
think
Warren
that's
has got the
important
song.
because I listen to music when I'm feeling something, and so I thought that was really good.
Yeah, I love that. Definitely, your music definitely gets you in your feels.
Yeah,
I think you can feel the emotion through your music for
heck
sure.
yeah.
Is there anything that's going to be on the album that will surprise your fans?
There's one song. Wow, I'm forgetting the fucking name of it. Won't Go Back Again. The song is called Won't Go Back Again.
We got there.
Yeah, we got there.
Why is that going to be surprising?
It doesn't sound like a song I would put out. Like, it really doesn't. When we were writing it, we were just trying to find a hype up song. I love hype up songs, and I listen to them like if I'm about to go play a show or if I'm about to go skateboarding or whatever. I listen to like a hype up song, and I wanted one that was like cool, but it could also one day be a sync for like basketball or any sport. Like, I think it was really cool that I had a lot of songs in Madden and a bunch of other things. So I wanted to write a song for like ESPN and stuff like that.
I love that you write with an intention of
Yeah.
like where it's going to live afterwards.
Yeah, but
That's
it's
very cool.
It doesn't always happen like that. Sometimes it lives somewhere else, and I'm like, I didn't expect that at all.
Yeah, I was going to say your fans of Ride or Die.
Dude, they're
For
the
you.
best. Oh my God. But I feel like it's very unique because I think a lot of times it's not. I think it's half about the music and half about the energy that is created in the room, that whether it's in the album or in the show. Like, if you one day I would love to have you at a show. It's really a beautiful energy of just people, I think, crying and laughing and feeling like they're all together, which is really cool.
I love that.
Yeah.
You were saying that obviously there's a lot of touching songs on the album,
Yeah.
and you pour your heart out.
Mhm.
What song do you think means the most to you personally?
There's a song called "I Miss You More," and that to me is really, really difficult for me to listen to. I don't even play it live because it's so difficult to sing emotionally. When we wrote it, I went to my dad's grave and I played it I play my songs when I write them for my parents. I go to their grave and play it, and I just think it's like a a beautiful moment. And I bawled my eyes out. And what had happened was, is my dad knew he was dying and he was writing me a letter. And he wrote me and all my siblings letters saying goodbye. Because obviously, when we're older and we can understand it. And I had never read the letter. And so I went to his grave and I read the letter. And we wrote this song. And it was just this beautiful, emotional, really hard record to write.
I was gonna actually mention that song to you, so I'm glad that you brought that up
Oh,
because
cool.
I heard it, and I also lost my father.
Oh, I'm so
My dad
sorry.
passed away. Yeah, so part of the club, and I know the roller coaster that grief is, and there were so many lyrics in that I could resonate with. I mean,
Just
I
wait till the
miss you
second
more the
half.
more you miss.
Just wait till the second half. It gets. I went easy on everyone with the first half. The song progressively gets bigger to the point where you're pretty much crying. Like I cried while I sang it.
Oh
So
my goodness.
in the record, it's mostly a one take, and I quite literally the entire time you hear it. So at the beginning, I'm not crying, but by the second half, I'm crying while I'm singing the song, and you can hear that, and it's really cool.
Oh my
I
goodness.
know, yeah.
How did you even get to the point where you could write that song?
I think a lot of it is coming to terms with the fact that these songs have helped a lot of people. And it was really beautiful to be able, I never understood it. And after that first album came out and I started playing these shows, I really saw the impact it had. And growing up, when I wanted to make music, I just wanted to talk about the feeling I was going through and I didn't know how to articulate that. And to be able to give kids, and I noticed there's a lot of kids in my shows who are bawling their eyes out because they lost their father or their mom or a friend, and or even a dog or a grandma,
Mhm.
and they hear this song and they cry. I think it's really cool to be able to help someone through that in a pivotal part of their life. And so it's definitely kind of taken it off of me, and it's less about me and it's more about the people who are going to listen to it. I'm a listener more than anything. I listen to my music all the time, and I think it's so cool.
It seems like your music is quite healing for you in that way.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people kind of find it, well, some artists find it easier to write about something that's maybe a little detached or maybe true to them, but
So
kind of like built on someone else's experience.
I
But you're
can't do
just
that.
raw.
I can't write songs that I don't feel attached to, and I can't sing them either. Like when I try to sing a song and it's like a cover, or I try to sing a song that someone maybe had written for me, I've never done it. I've never put out a song I didn't write because it's just so difficult for me to kind of get into it
To
because I
connect
don't
to.
believe in it.
Mm.
Yeah, so I think that's also what's something really special about these albums is it's just me and the same people. I've only worked with the same people. That entire album's all the same three people.
The same three people.
Yeah, we're
Well, you
all just
trust them, right?
we get in a room together and we spend a month or 2 months and sometimes 6 months, sometimes 7 months, and we literally on and off just talk to each other all the time. They know everything about me. They've read every single letter my dad's ever written. They've been
Well,
there for a lot of it, and it's really powerful to be able to have the same people to work with.
I feel like there's a few more albums in there.
Oh my god, there'll be I'll forever be writing. Whether they come out or not, I will always be writing songs.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
You're gonna hit up some huge venues later this year,
Yeah.
Madison Square Garden.
Mhm.
What? I mean, this is just amazing.
It's crazy.
Is there anything that you're nervous about or most excited about?
I think, especially because it's pretty new. I've only been touring for 2.5 years, which is crazy to
That's
say.
insane, isn't
It's
it? I mean, talk
freaking
about
nuts.
like to hit the ground running.
Right. We've almost played 150 shows now, 160 shows in the last 2 years, which is weird. Really weird to say. I think a lot of it's just learning curves. I don't, and that's the one thing I fully understand that I'm really privileged to be in this position, but it's definitely difficult to understand. Like each venue has a different sound, what ticks you the wrong way. We're still figuring out different microphones. So I think that's really the part for me that's the weird adjustment is making sure I want every show and every song, especially if it's a song that means so much to someone, to sound the way that they expect it to. And so it's just really been a lot of me spending a lot of time in vocals and stuff.
It's actually crazy though, like hearing your
I
experience as an
know.
artist,
I
because
know.
that's mad.
I
Like,
know.
what so early in your career? How are you adjusting to everything? Because it's like you
It's
come into
awesome.
the scene and everything's exploded.
No, it's the coolest thing in the world. I feel like there's like a it's like a someone's playing like a puppet with me, and I feel like all my dreams came true overnight. And it's exactly like I was a fan before any of this of so many musicians, and now I'm in this position, and it's so cool because I feel like there's so many kids probably watching going, oh, this is attainable. Like I think I've
Yeah.
really helped a lot of people understand that this job is attainable. And um Yeah, I feel like just a normal dude who got shoved into it. So it's kind of fun. It's really fun. I'm like, oh, cool. This is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who are you like the biggest fan of than yourself? And who have you like rubbed shoulders with that you're like, this is
It,
actually insane?
it's always been Ed Sheeran. And he knows this too. I tell him all the time. I email that motherfucker like, oh my God. And keep in mind, he changes his emails. I don't think I've gotten another one since.
He knows. He's
No,
put you in the spam.
but yeah, right. No, but seriously, I email him so much, and it's cool. I used to like email him at every minor inconvenience in my life. I'd be like, "Hey, dude, this just happened," like a therapist in some ways.
Yeah, like, so how do you think I should navigate this?
So I hit him up in 2020, the beginning of this year. He hadn't responded in like 2 months, and I was like, my New Year's resolution is to stop emailing you every single time something happens in my life, and he just laughed at it. And I had bought one of his art pieces, and it's in my house. I'm a big fan of Ed Sheeran. Forever and always, I will be an Ed Sheeran guy.
Oh my gosh, there
Yeah.
needs to be a collaboration.
Yeah, one day I would love that. Seriously, if he'd have me. But even then, his friendship means a lot to me too, or what's left of it.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah.
And also, Ed, look at your emails because
Yeah.
there could be a song waiting in your inbox.
That'd be
Just check the
awesome.
spam.
Yeah.
Just refresh.
I want to write with him.
Yes, right with Alex.
That'd
That'd
be
be
fun.
so good.
That'd be really cool.
Your fans, like I said, are just amazing,
Yeah.
and there's so much content online. They ride for you so hard.
Yeah.
What's the craziest thing that you've seen online from your fans?
Nothing crazy actually, but that's also because I do a lot of crazy stupid stuff.
Yes.
I most of the time I see stuff where like when I go on stage I black out. I don't remember anything, and so when I talk, if they let me talk, a lot of times my band will start the next song without telling me because I will go on
You would
tangents.
just go.
I say some really bad stuff. The other day I signed someone's hand, but it came off. Like, it was a prosthetic, and so I signed it, and it was really cool. And then I saw that on my TikTok feed, and I go, "Why the hell did I do that?" But it's also so exciting because now I feel like I'm a piece of someone.
But because you black out, you won't know what's real and what's AI.
True. My God.
You can see one of your shows and go, "Oh my God, there was a shark
What if
in the
what if
middle."
what if this has just not been real the entire time?
None of this is real, Alex.
Wake up.
We're not here.
Wake up.
We're actually not here. Like, we're not here. So I want to ask you about this thing I've seen
Yeah.
at one of your shows during your song Passenger.
Yes.
Where so traditionally everyone gets their phones, they light up the arena,
Yes.
they wave the phones left to right, but your fans are doing their phones up and down.
Yeah.
Where did
It's
that
the
start?
perfect beat, by the way, and Frankfurt, Germany.
Yeah,
Started there.
and just spontaneously, just out of nowhere.
Dude, it was so cool. When they did it, I was like, holy cow. And somehow they picked it up, and now every single show they do it. And it's so mind blowing. We played in Antwerp, which was 19,000 people. And seeing 19,000 people do that and keep in mind, we're in an arena. So there's sound bouncing everywhere. And somehow everyone's keeping the time, which
Yeah.
is difficult as heck. And so like, it's so difficult because I get so amazed by it, but I can't watch it because I'm hearing things first. So I'm hearing things at a different time signature than them. So when they're throwing it up, it's because
So you're
I'm playing
getting thrown and
guitar.
you're like, no.
Yeah. So I keep laughing because I'm like, shoot, I'm following their BPM and not mine. So it's just funny.
It's like when a whole crowd like attempts to clap along, and you're just
Yes.
like, no,
Oh, it's difficult when it's, and again, I'm very blessed I can say 17,000 people
Right.
tonight. Or
They're
other
clapping
nights
for you.
Yes.
Yes. It's incredible. We need to get on to your wife.
Oh my God, I love
She
talking
is
about my wife.
just incredible. The marketing budget is hilarious.
It's so funny too because they give her this money and they go, do whatever you want with it. And we could do a lot of stuff. And she just buys billboards. She'll just put my face on it, but like bold or like she has really embarrassing photos of me. So she'll do that. And I think it's freaking hilarious.
Do you know what else she's got planned? Is she just constantly
No.
surprising you?
And it's really sometimes frustrating because like some days I'll like wake up and she's like, hey, you got to put on your clothes. We need to go look at this before people start showing up to the venue. And I said, okay. And so I walk out and I'm like, what are you about to surprise me? I never know. I never know what's happening. It's never like, oh, this will be like, I walk out and that's my genuine reaction of like, what are you doing?
Oh my gosh, you are very trusting.
She puts them up for a week too, by the way.
What?
Yeah, so they're not up for the night. She puts them up for the week. And so she'll like Photoshop. Like she'll do it herself too. She loves Photoshopping. And she'll like make me bold herself. She's like doing these things. And it's really, really loving. And I also get tagged in the stories every day because again, it's a week long.
It's like what your relatives would do like in your WhatsApp family group chat, except yours are on Billboard.
Yeah.
So what are you doing in between shows? Because you're very busy, but what are you doing in between shows or when you're off, when you're not performing? What are you getting up to?
Like at home?
Yeah.
I just surf. I throw my phone
Ooh.
away and I go surfing. I go skateboard. I'm not kidding. I'll go play basketball, spike ball. I will literally do anything but and I eat so much. Oh my God. On tour, I follow a very strict diet. So it's chicken and rice and like literally
Very clean.
very clean. I lose
Protein.
so much weight. And then off tour, count me out. I'm eating burgers. I'm eating California burritos, which is literally French fry. It's a burger inside of a tortilla.
Oh,
It's
wow.
awesome. Yeah. And I just surf all day.
That's incredible.
Yeah. My wife and I, we live right on the beach. So we literally just grab our surfboards and we'll just go surf together. No phones. So you can't have them out there.
That's incredible.
It's really fun.
I love that life. And
Yeah.
it's such a nice balance as well.
It's the
because when you're
best.
touring, there's a lot going on.
Well, I grew up
And then
there.
you
So
can just check
I'm
out.
back in my hometown. It's very healing. And yeah, it's really cool.
So we hung out at Hits Radio Live with Myles Smith,
Yes.
your bestie,
Love
your
him.
Pookie.
He's the best.
How do you feel about Niall Horan taking your Pookie from you?
It's okay. I don't look at it as taking. I look at it as borrowing. Yeah. It's a leisure. They can have their moment. It's fine.
You're like, he will always come back to me.
Yeah, 100%. There's just something, I get it. Niall has a glow to him. And it's just, it's hard to, all those guys, Louis, oh, count me out. I would pick a Directioner over me any day. Are you kidding? That's some beautiful,
That's
there's some
amazing.
genetics there that I don't know who's competing with, but I'm not. The amount of beers these men can consume too is incredible. I got drunk off half a beer. And they were like, yeah, my wife had to pick me up. It was bad. It was really bad. I drank one Modelo with Ed and them, and it was literally not even kidding. It was the most embarrassing thing. They're leaving, and he's hopping into his fancy Sprinter, and I was like, I'm waiting for my wife. Actually, she picked me up.
You're like, babe,
Yeah,
where are
she
you?
picked me up.
Come and get me.
It was beautiful.
Is she used to those types of calls though? She's just
Oh
always
God,
ready.
yeah. No, not the drunk calls, but the hey, I lost my keys in a drain. Can
She's
you
always
come?
on call.
Yeah. She's
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
Yeah, she's
I
great.
love that.
Yeah.
You mentioned being a huge fan of music.
Mhm.
Is there a song that exists that you wish you'd written?
Oh yeah, Castle on the Hill by Ed. Yeah, I every single session I go, or Rumor Has It by Adele. That's always
That's
one.
a
I
great
go into
song.
the studio every day and I go, I need to write that song. And so I try to write it, and every time I somehow come up with a song that is out, but we are so far away from the original that I'm like, okay,
Yeah, but you're doing all right though.
we're doing fine.
That seems to be a good benchmark for
The
you.
amount of songs on my album that have been inspired by Rumor Has It is actually insane.
That's incredible.
It's insane.
Can you remember the first song that you wrote that was inspired by Rumor Has It?
No, my God. No, I'm not even kidding. Every day I go in and I'm like, I need to write a song like that.
You're like, guys, it's the Rumor Has It day.
Yeah.
Guys, we're doing it. Today's the day.
Today's the
We're going
day.
to crack it.
Well, because it's a very popular thing in songwriting where it's like, okay, well, we don't know what to work on, so let's just try to remake our favorite songs, but do it different, obviously. It's your own
Yes,
take of it.
yes.
Never, ever do it the same and never, whatever. But we want that same feeling. And every single time, somehow it turns into a ballad and I'm confused. But we're there.
It's just incredible, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I like that you said that, your story is one that shows that your dreams are attainable.
Yes.
What's like the biggest dream for you that you want to actually achieve now?
I did it already. I played with Ed.
Done it.
That was it. I'm not even kidding, guys. Like I'm Ed's biggest fan. Like I'm not trying to. So many people get to this position and they're like, oh, like I'm not a fan of anyone. F that. I'm Ed Sheeran's biggest fan to this day. That beautiful like ginge of the world is Ed Sheeran, and I would argue one of the best gingers in the world. Top two. Top two.
Naturally. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I played with him. We played Ordinary, and it was the coolest moment of my life. Yeah.
You've done it now. Everything else is
My
a
wife was
bonus.
crying. It was awesome.
Oh,
Yeah.
This is incredible. Well, I can't wait to see the bonus streams that
Yeah,
you
right?
achieve.
I know. I can't wait either. It's all I'm not even kidding. I never expected to be half of where we are right now. If it all goes down crashing, I don't care. I loved it. We had fun.
Yeah, I love it. You're like, I'm good, man.
I'm good. I did it.
I've ticked the
I
boxes.
did it. No, it's all good. Now I can have kids and keep writing songs, and hopefully we can keep doing it.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for talking to me.
Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for having me. This is rad.